Okay, so this is another example of the chain rule. Now, one of the things that I need to make sure that is understood is when the function is written like this, the sign of u is what we're talking about inside here. So what we're doing here is this is going to be the derivative. And again, I take the derivative of the outside first. So the derivative of the sine of u is just going to be the cosine of u, which stays exactly the same. So that's going to be 2x squared. And now I multiply times u prime, which in this case is just going to be 4x. Then take the derivative of 10x squared, which is just 2 times 10x, which gives me 20x. Now, another example that we can go through and do with this is if I have f of x is equal to the tangent of 2x squared. Now, this is really a review of how to treat trig functions, because this squared indicates this portion inside here, which in this case just means that this is the tangent of 4x squared. So for the first derivative, what I have here is again the derivative of the tangent of u. The derivative of the tangent is the secant squared of exactly the same thing I have in my function, 4x squared. Now, the inside portion, I take the derivative of, so I multiply all of this times 2 times 4, which is my 8x. So this is 8x times the secant squared of 4x squared. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of more of these. If I have y is equal to the sine of pi x, remember that pi x is your inside part of this function. So I go through and I find y prime, the derivative of the sine. So the derivative of the sine is my cosine. And again, remember that inside part stays exactly the same. That's pi x. Now I take and I multiply that times the derivative of the inside. The derivative of that inside is just pi. So y prime is equal to pi cosine of pi x. Now, another one of these is going to be y is equal to the cosine of 3x. And again here, this 3x is my inside portion of it. So the derivative is the derivative of the cosine, which is minus the sine. The 3x stays, but now I take the derivative of the inside, which in this case is just 3. So all of this is equal to minus 3 sine of 3x.